When you're watching the market, does the rational side of your brain ask, who's buying this crap? Who's buying all this shit? If you are, you're working way too hard. Way too hard. The market is not rational. No, it is not. And it's certainly not rational during the day. And if you are trying to trade what you see, let me know how that works out for you. Or if you are trying to trade what you think, let me know how that works out for you. Who the hell am I, you ask? Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Bagger Don, stockmarketcaddy.com. My wife and I founded stockmarketcaddy.com years ago. By the way, today is Tuesday, January 26th at 11:30, just to timestamp this. And years ago, I knew a few folks that would always ask that, who's buying this shit? The same people that are buying it today were buying it 10 years ago, and they'll be buying it 10 years from now. They are people of the clay. They are the salt of the earth, as Gene Wilder said in Blazing Saddles. And he ended it with, morons. That's a great scene, if you haven't seen it. What are we doing? These are trades. I didn't put them on. You think I'm nuts? You think I could discern why this was going to sell off? You think I could discern why that was going to go up? You think I could discern that there was a profit target? No. That was a strategy, a mathematical formula running a strategy. I mean, let's think about this. If you have indicators, say you're following somebody, and they have indicators to do this, that, or the other thing. If that is reproducible, if it's reproducible, and it might be, it very well might be, why not turn those indicators into a strategy? And if you can turn it into a strategy, then you can go back in time, as we've done here, and ask the computer to run what we call iterations, and find out what the optimum levels are. So let me show you. Picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So here is the name of this strategy, SMC Zinger Trend Short only. Then we have the other side, long only. Let me show you some of the inputs. Well, the first input is, we wrote this, by the way, this is ours, is time. You can choose the time that you want to run this. You can choose, now we turned the clock off, so we're running it 24/7. You can choose the trailing stops, and we run something called a chandelier. That's pretty cool. And not just a trailing stop, but a chandelier of trailing stops. And then we have a profit target that was optimized by the computer, and then we run a stop loss that was optimized by the computer. And I know what you're thinking, and you're right. If you optimize it, Bagger, then you're just curve fitting. And I know what you're going to do. You're going to show me a curve that is not reproducible. Let me show you. That is not reproducible, Bagger. Not going to be able to do that. Well, in some charts that is the case. In time charts, though, one of the things that we can do is we can take the file of the backtest, we can take the file, and we can place it into something called a walk-forward optimizer. A walk-forward optimizer. Well, Bagger, what the hell does that look like? Well, we showed you this a little bit, but stay with me because I'm going to show you real-time results of this strategy just this week. And I showed this earlier. So, trying to show you real time what's possible. And to the naysayers out there that are saying, he's just doing it because he wants members. You know what? We do Stock Market Caddy because Bagger is bored shitless most days. And I really like people, and I really like teaching, and I enjoy if we can help people achieve what it is they want to achieve in the markets, I find that satisfying. Guilty as charged. So if you want to join, great. If you don't, no sweat. No sweat. I don't badge. There's a lot of great people out there and doing a lot of great things. So let's come here to the Walk Forward Optimizer. And hopefully we're going to open this up. And I'm going to come here and see, I've already run the test, so I'm going to load this. So bear with me. I'm going to, this is it. No, this is a little, that's a different one. So I want this one. See this? It says WFO for Walk Forward Optimizer. NQ 5-minute, January 13th. But today's the 26th. Yes. You see, I ran the back test on January 13th. And then what I did was I saved it in a file. And I'm going to load it here, and we're going to show you the results. And it's going to load into this, and I'm going to explain to you what this is. Now, it takes a few minutes, or a minute or so to load. So I'm going to just pause the video, and then I'm going to load it. Okay, and we'll be right back. Okay, so if you go back to one of our earlier videos, we showed this. Okay, so here is, we took the file of the back test and we plugged it into this product from TradeStation called the Walk Forward Optimizer. And what this does is it takes 10% out of sample and it runs it on 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 runs. It takes 15% out of sample and they make runs, 20%. What are these runs? Think of it like a spreadsheet. This is what engineers would do years ago. They would take spreadsheets and they would run these iterations. What we're interested in knowing was in the backtest, it's a way of trying to randomize the backtest data, the data that came from the backtest, to see the probability, the likelihood that we're going to make money. So it says the matrix, this whole average, the matrix average says that if I run this strategy, I might make on an annualized basis $65,000. Well, that would be good. I could sit on my ass and run that bagger for, or I could, tongue-in-cheek there, for a year, one mini contract. Well, you know what? You might make 65, you might make 100,000, and or you may not. There's no guarantees. There are no guarantees. So I'm not suggesting that or recommending that, but this is what I use. I'm like, well, that's good. I'd rather see it make 65 than lose 65. So that's interesting to me. But what else do I want to know? I want to know the efficiency. Well, what the hell is that bagger? Well, TradeStation will tell me what is the likelihood of making that number. Isn't that wild? The matrix average is 26%. Can we call it 30%? So the probability is that that strategy will make $65,000 a year, but the likelihood is that I'll only do 30% of it. Ah, crap, bagger. So I'm only going to be able to, I'm going to trade one contract. I'm going to sit on my ass. Instead of making 65,000, I'm only going to make about 20 or 25 on one contract. Dang. You know what? I ain't going to do that. All right. I'm being a little jocular with you. But that's the idea. Again, likelihood. There's another category. Holy smokes, another one. What else could I be interested in? What is the chance, the consistency of profits? Now, this one's really important to me because, see, I like to make money each and every day, all right? And I don't want to run something that's going to, beat the hell out of me. This is the likelihood. The matrix average is that this is going to make money on 50% of the trades. 50%. Well, that's interesting because this is a trend following strategy. I know that. And if I can make money 50% of the time on the trend following, then maybe I am going to do pretty well. Okay, so that's all well and good. I back tested it. I ran it through the Walk Forward Optimizer. And Jason, by the way, is a student, not a student, he's a member to Stock Market Academy, and he's taken the Q School, and I can't be bullshitting because he's listening, and he would call out on Twitter, he'd say, bullshit on that, Don. He's not going to say that. So we've been running it live. This is what it's doing. What has it done? Well, let's go in and look. Now, some of this trades are in the backtest. So we're interested in from the 13th. So we started, you know what, let's scratch the 13th, right? Because we ran this on the 13th. So on the 14th, it made $1,745. Then it lost $1,380, and then it lost $220. Well, that sucks. That's a shitty program. I ain't gonna run that. I didn't make any money in those 3 days. I'm not running that again. And then it made $820. And then it made $395. Then it made $110. Then it made $515. Then it made $850. And then it made $22.80. And then it made $510 on a daily basis. So I'll let you do the math. I'm a bit jocular with this. The likelihood that you are going to watch one video, take one video of a golf video, take one golf lesson or no lesson, or read, Jack Nicklaus's book, Golf My Way. Go out and buy yourself a $2,000 set of golf clubs, the knickers, the golf shoes, the hat, the whole schmeal, the naked lady tees, and go out and play a competitive round of golf, just a competitive round of golf. The likelihood you're going to do that is somewhere between slim and none. Running automated strategies, running mechanical systems is a quantum leap. And it's a leap that most of the traders and the Robinhood that are spending their days ranting and raving about GameStop and this and that and the other thing, they're just, they got one foot on the banana peel and the other foot out the door. If you're interested in learning how, give me a call, 813-758-8263. We are a mentoring site. We don't make specific recommendations to buy or sell anything. I am not making any claims whatsoever that if you run this strategy, you're going to do anything. We are about teaching folks how to run strategies, how to build them, how to merge them. And we do provide we're now measuring, we have now over 25 or 30 proprietary indicators, proprietary strategies, and proprietary radars, which is a whole nother animal. 813-758-8263. I don't know if you've ever even heard of anybody even make such a video, right? Everybody wants to draw a trend line. Oh yeah, we broke the trend here and then we're breaking it. And we break this trend here and we're going to go up and do that. That's not us. When you get tired of that, we're here. Thanks.